Hi everyone. Hope you're doing well. So the Lord revealed something to me, and He did it in quite an unusual way. So when you hear the term using someone for their benefits, you don't typically associate that as being a positive thing, and like especially with God, like if you're using him for his benefits, typically that's not a good thing. Um, like if you've listened to the Rapture Kitties video, she's talked about that, about how some people are using God for his benefits, that they just want to escape this world. They don't want to be here anymore, so they want to go in the rapture, but they don't really they don't want to they don't want God himself, they don't want Jesus, but they just want to leave this world more than they want him. So that would be using God for his benefits in a negative connotation. Well, I didn't really know that it had a positive connotation until tonight, actually just now. um, so anyway, with that in mind, I went out to eat with a friend who has just recently going through a divorce, and she was basically just saying like that her ex-husband had used her for her benefits, like was just completely using her. And so she was telling me that, and it made me think of our relationship with God. And I was like, oh wow, I hope I'm not using God for his benefits, thinking of the negative connotation. And so she left to go get something from the salad bar. And so I was asking God, I was like, Lord, am I using you for your benefits? And he said yes. And I was like, oh no, Lord, I'm so sorry. And I just felt horrible when he said, yes, you are. And I was like, Lord, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry. And the word sorry really didn't even adequately express what I was feeling, the sorrow. I was like, oh no, I really need to make this right, because he's coming anytime now. So I really need to make this right. And so finally, when I got home, I was just like, just kind of laid down in bed and just started kind of crying. And I was like, Lord, I'm so sorry. I want you. I just want you, Lord. I just want to grow in you. And when I get to heaven, I just want to embrace you, Lord. I want to give you hugs, and I want to dance with you, and can't wait to marry you and go to the throne room and see you, Jesus, and Papa in the throne room. That would be so awesome. And I was like, Lord, I'm sorry. I just want to be with you. And so I was just confessing to him and everything. And then I kind of got the feeling he was like, I sort of got the feeling like he was telling me uh, something about, I don't know the exact words, but just kind of got the feeling like he was saying using me isn't necessarily a bad thing. And so I just kind of stopped. I was like, wait, what? um, is using you a good thing, and using you for your benefits? And basically he conveyed to me, yeah, there's two connotations to, there's a positive and there's a negative connotation to using God for his benefits. So as I mentioned before, the negative connotation, especially for those hoping to go in the rapture, but they just want to get out of here because they don't like their life here, which is understandable, but they just want to leave. They don't they're not really eager to see Jesus. They just want to leave. And so I guess that would be that would be one example of negative example of using God for his benefits. And I guess also maybe another one if you are desiring some sort of uh, some sort of gift just for personal gain, that would be probably a negative connotation too. But so I got to thinking, I was like, Lord, what are the positive connotations of using you for your benefits? But I got to thinking, I was like, well, uh, we use God when we depend on God, like depending on him for everything, and we are supposed to be depending on God. He wants us to, throughout our day, depending on him for everything. So that is a type of using God for his benefits. The benefit would be peace. When you depend on God throughout your day, for whatever reason, you get a sense of peace as you depend on God. So that would be the benefit of using God for his for using God. That would be your benefit. And so I was like, oh. And also, if we just fellowshipping with God, talking with him, and just letting out our heart, expressing our hearts to him, that also would be using God for his benefits. You're talking to him, so I guess you're using him, you're fellowshipping with him, and the benefit also is peace as well, and love and joy as well, as he reassures you of his love. And so those are two positive connotations of using God for his benefits. So anyway, I felt like he wanted me to make this video, and so basically the message here is yes, you can use God for his benefits as long as pursuing God is as long as it brings you closer to the Lord. Using God for his benefits is a good thing if it brings you closer to the Lord. So yeah, definitely continue to use the Lord, to pursue him, to depend on him, to fellowship with him, and get his benefits of peace, love, and joy. And yeah, so basically that is my message. And so continue to pursue the Lord and continue to draw near to him. That is what I'm trying to do on a daily basis. Basically, feel like that's my only purpose here, is to draw near the Lord, and so I am trying to. So anyway, I hope this encourages you and gives you additional insight and encourages you to pursue the Lord even more. So sorry. Anyway, hope you are blessed, and see you in the air very, very soon, because Jesus is coming anytime now. So see you in the air. Love you.